Hello and welcome back to another stream, everybody. I hope that's what. Yes, that screen's just lagging. We're back on Test Drive Unlimited 2 with Project Paradise 2 installed, which brings back the online functionality, unlike the crew. Anyway, today we're going to be flying back over to Hawaii to complete the Area Cup over there, which means we'll head down into the garage and pick our car to drive across in a second. Welcome to the stream, Gamer Guy. Hope you're doing okay. Yeah, we're starting up here so that you can see all of my fans. Right, where is the garage? Let's go and pick. Shall we take the RS6? I feel like RS6. So this is actually my secondary house. My favourite cars are over at the other one. But I think the practical driving from A to B car in a performance manner, it's perfect with the RS6. What's an engine? Right. I say drive to the airport, we can essentially just fast travel. Actually, do you know what? It's not actually very far. Nope. Never mind. I was going to say, it's not actually very far. Let's,
Here's your ticket.
It's
Have
not
a
very
nice
far,
day.
let's drive there, but then I pressed a thing. Never mind. So, for anybody who's unfamiliar with the campaign of this game, I love that there's a cutscene for the plane. But yeah, for anybody that's unfamiliar with the campaign of this game, the cups for each area make use of all of the cars that we raced in that area. So we're going to be going back to the slower asphalt vehicles. It does mean, though, we already have all of the cars that we need for this. So we should be able to hop straight in. But the fun thing about this is you get a variety of cars, unlike the ones that are specifically A7 and whatnot. That was a lot of wheel spinning for a four-wheel drive car. Okay, we've done 9 miles in that car. Right, I think there is only... It's called Area 1, but I think there is only one cup, I believe. If there's more than one, we won't necessarily finish it, I don't think, because usually the final race is a lap of the entire island, which is partly why I want to kind of jump into this as quickly as we can. Because this might take a little while. The entire stream, I'm thinking. So yeah, it is a longer championship because there's longer races, but we're not going to have to do the licenses or the buying of cars beforehand. So we can jump straight into it and hopefully complete it today.
Turn right.
I am glad we're in an all-wheel drive car, actually, given how slippery the roads are. It's nice to see there are still players
Your
here.
destination is 2 miles away. Your destination is 1.5 miles away.
Only a mile and a half, so then we can jump straight into the racing, which is the bit we need to do to get our £1 million credit, £1 million credit dollar reward. Then we can go and buy some more interesting things than a Bugatti, like a Zonda and a Koenigsegg.
Destination is a half a mile away.
Just blew up the
You
gearbox.
have reached your destination. This icon represents.
And here we are. You can win a Lotus of
Hi,
Aura, I
everyone.
think, for this.
Today is the last competition of Solar Crown in Ibiza.
Just as well I didn't
Races
buy
that
one.
mixes all categories of vehicles. The
Although that one
drivers
is a
need to
horrible
master
colour.
all types of driving on all types of terrain if they hope to win. The tension is at its peak. Who will be declared champion of Ibiza and walk away with one of the world's most desirable cars? Place your bets now.
Lotus is one of the world's most desirable cars, apparently. Okay, so we have to do them in order, which I'd forgotten. I think one of them, though, will be... maybe it's not. There we go. That's the final one. I mean, it is... Wow, actually, no, they're all worth 30,000. Okay, so as well as the £1 million overall reward, we're going to get 30 for each. Okay, this is good. Welcome to the stream, Jerry. We're doing the Ibiza Cup. I don't think there is an Area 2 Cup, so I don't know why it's called Area 1. But anyway, yeah, that is going to take... well, probably an hour, so... we should try and get through these ones, so that we can get on to... oh yes, wrong car. 510 horsepower is better than 331. Hey Crazy Crib, welcome to the stream. You join us, both of you, just in time for our first race.
And I'll see you at the finish line.
And away we go. Range Rover is fast. I've been well, thanks, Crazy Creep. Hope you're also doing okay. Yeah, no, it's been a couple of weeks since we returned to TDU tow. Rift that Range Rover. I can't remember where we got to with car lists, or... I think you'd started something. So at least in this one we don't have to decide. I always spend ages trying to decide what order to do the events in. I know it doesn't really matter, but... oh no, no worries. I thought we'd started something, but maybe we hadn't. I can't remember where we'd got what you'd listed previously, so I'm not sure where we'd got to, but that's fine. No, no problem at all. That's fine. But yeah, this just tells you what to do in what order, so just work our way through it. The only one yeah. I don't know. It's a cool race, the lap of Hawaii. Oh no, not Hawaii, wherever we are, Ibiza. The lap of the island races, anyway, they're a cool idea. It's not quite as bad here on Ibiza because it's a smaller island, but they are a bit long. And the fact it makes you do that one, I know the whole point is you're doing it last as a sort of completing the island, but yeah, it is a bit of a long one. I really hope they bring back a, like, final race for the new Solar Crown game where we do a lap of Hong Kong Island. I feel like that would be really cool. That is a much smaller island, so it probably won't take anywhere near as long, which will also be good. You were listing your Horizon 5 collection? Oh, I remember, yeah. Yeah, no worries. No worries if you've been busy with other things. And that is nearly, with a 10-second lead, the first race completed. And next, does it load me straight? It doesn't load me straight in, does it? I have to go and then find out what the next race... Oh, I see. So we do B4, then we're going to do... Oh, C4, then we'll do the classic, okay. And then we've got A7, A6. Oh no, maybe not. Maybe there's two. Because there's another B4. Okay, we're going to alternate between them. It's A6, I think, lap of the island. I can't remember what cars I have for some of these. I think there's a Dodge Charger and a Golf and... I forget we always have to change car. What do we reckon? I think we should just use the Delta. It's what I used for it originally, and it's just such an iconic car. I mean, it's the only classic from this that... Well, the only original base game classic we don't have is the Lotus. Maybe I need to buy one. The new car pack was your latest edition. Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I did enjoy that. Was in it. There was something recycled. Yeah, they really should be, some of them. I mean, at least all of the rewards are new cars this time. But sometimes when the rewards are recycled cars, and to get the actually new content we have to pay, it's a little bit... Especially when one of the cars in the pack seems to be carried over from Motorsport these days. Still, it's not... They're not too expensive, it's just... Have I gone the wrong way? Oh. No, but I've had a skill issue. I think the way they're going actually does make more sense, because then it's on that side of the motorway. Come on, all-wheel drive. Okay, we're fastest through most of them. Oh, I literally drove past that car wash a minute ago. Okay. Most of them are going to go and get a run-up. By having a big... What are they doing? I think some of them are doing it in a different order. Potentially. The only one I did terribly at is 5, so let's go back. Wrong button for handbrake. They're going pretty slowly through here. Here we go. Oh wow, they're doing quite well through here, aren't they? We can go faster. No, we can't go faster anyway. It's a first place. Not by very much, actually. Just scraped through that one. Maybe we should have used the Mustang for a speed trap one anyway. Now we have probably the second longest event, the Eliminator. That's 60,000 though already in the bank from those two, so... These are slightly increased rewards, I think, over the base game. Standard game. Okay, so we're into the Golf for the Eliminator.
Hey there. What drama? Apparently the Wilder brothers are squabbling with Stewart again. The pressure of the competition is really starting to show.
And away we go. Is this one where it tells you to go around the roundabout but nobody does? Yes. Clipping all of the apex curbs. The Toyota GT1 returned to Gran Turismo. It did. Yeah, that was an interesting one. I didn't buy it because it's, well, I didn't have the credits for it, but I probably wouldn't spend that much on a car in Gran Turismo anyway. Not often, not unless it's something special. Well, I mean, that is, but it's not something I'm going to drive often. Yeah, it was cool to see that return. The R8 and the Urus were kind of interesting, I guess. As cars, I'm not terribly excited by them, but they had some cool options in Gran Turismo. Hello, signpost. Would you like to come with me? Oh no, it's fallen off. Oh, we're on the boardwalk. That is a lovely Pagani. I need to buy one of those. I think you end up so far ahead of these that you just get distracted by other things. Oh look, it's my caravan. Yeah, the motorsport update was... Never mind. We're far enough ahead, it doesn't matter. Yeah. It was a little bit disappointing, and they're not going to bring a track into the next months, so I have a feeling next month's going to be even worse, because the car pass is finished now, and there's no new track coming, so I think new tracks are only going to come in alternate updates probably now. And eventually they'll stop adding them, I think, so yeah. Once they... because car pass is finished, so... the only thing I'm really looking forward to is new tracks now, because the new cars are in base game and not terribly... well, they're reward cars, which I'm not going to put the time in to win anyway. So really, new tracks is all I have to look forward to now. That's probably the only reason I would be inclined to play the game at all. To go and test out new tracks. So, I'm probably already only... I'm already at the point where I'm only playing it, like, every other month. I have a feeling at some point this year they will announce the new Horizon game. I wouldn't be surprised. I also wouldn't be surprised if they didn't, and that was next year, but I would not be surprised if they announced a Horizon game. For Motorsport, I don't know what they're going to do next, because it's... I don't think anyone's gonna... they're not gonna make as many sales as they hope to if they bring out another one. But maybe like a first tease of Horizon 6? Either this year or next year? I would have thought. Maybe? If it's much longer than that, it's gonna be too bigger of a gap between the two, I think. Yeah, the new Motorsport did have... well... They could have at least made it as good as 7, right? Because like 7, 6, 5, I feel like we're all pretty similar to each other, but... that would have been better than... because they tried to do... the problem is they advertised it as a reboot, and it sort of wasn't. If they'd just kind of carried on from 7, that would have been something, I suppose. But they kind of took... yeah, I don't know. I mean, some sources do say they were developing a new game with a new engine and everything, and they had to scrap it at some point and start again. And then they went back to their old system, but didn't have time to put all of the content. I don't know. I don't think it was an easy development. I think a lot of things went wrong. And staff kept changing and all sorts. It's not an excuse for it being the way it is, but I think a lot went wrong during its development. I don't think this is the way it was intended to be, put it that way. But yeah, some kind of announcement for a New Horizon game I think is due at this point. Because to be honest, I think they need to launch it before GTA 6, really. If they want to. Maybe it's too late for that at this point. But yeah, we definitely need a new Horizon at some point. That's all I can think of that would come out, so I suppose there would be a new Need for Speed one day, but I'm trying to think what other racing games there might be around. Apart from Test Drive, of course, but who knows when that'll launch. The featured tours in each update should have been there in the base game, right? Yeah. I mean, I find the campaign a bit long anyway. Even for... Well, I mean, the prize cards don't interest me enough to... If there was something brand new to Forza that I was interested in, I might do it. But I'm not sure if I would, because I don't know what I'd do with it afterwards. I don't know. It's kind of a shame. To be honest, I should probably spend more time playing Gran Turismo 7. It's a sort of fun track racing game. Anyway, that's the Knockout Challenge, which apart from the Lap of the Island is probably the longest one, and that's another 30,000. Now we have the Cala Salada time trial in the Range Rover. Or, for variety, shall we take... You know what, for variety, let's take the other one. Developers don't focus on how a game plays. Yeah, I think they all seem to be under bigger companies now. I think smaller studios... I think all the studios probably used to be smaller. And then it was more... The people developing it was genuinely interested in the game topic. Now it's just all... a job to... Yeah, I don't know. Like with Forza Horizon, the first game was developed by a very small team. And Playground Games was a tiny company at the time. And I feel like that kind of shows. It's almost like games being successful then means they're developed in a different way and it's almost their own downfall. I don't know. Maybe games have just changed. Anyway. It's also because games are kind of sold as subscription services now with Game Pass. So it's about keeping players coming back every month rather than keeping the true fans entertained by it. It's kind of catered more towards casual players. No, I agree on the graphics thing. It's not... Like, graphics are great, but that's not the important bit. I suppose graphics sell a game, and that's what they're I don't know. The graphics sell it initially, don't they? The gameplay keeps it alive, but yeah, I don't know. It's got to be some kind of balance between the two. But I do agree, that's not... It's not the most important thing. And to be honest, in a lot of cases, I think the older games look just as good. Like, there's nothing... Okay, the trees are copy and paste a bit on this. The grass textures are a bit off, but it's not a bad looking game, is it? For a... Is it 12 years old? So this is, what, like PS3 generation? I can start to tell when you go back as far as PS2 that it's a bit dated. This doesn't look too bad. And away we go. Away we go, across the line. You talked about this before, the developers, they need to focus on how a game plays, yeah. Yeah, the concept of the game and how it plays and the campaign and everything's first. And they can spend as long as they like on graphics until it releases once they're happy with the actual game beneath the graphics. I think that's partly the problem with the more popular series. They feel like all they can do is improve the graphics and set it in a different location, or basically release the same game because the last one was successful. I don't know. Right, we're back in... Are there not any A6? Oh, there are A6 events. They're later, I think. So, yeah, we'll be into the Dodge when we do those. Or, no, RS6 is faster. Okay, so we've got a time trial in the Gulf. You'd think given you do them in a certain order, it would just put you in the right class car? Maybe?
Today, there's no room for errors. This is a race against the clock.
Yeah, that's true, actually. The old Need for Speed games were not great graphically. I mean, to be honest, at the time, I wouldn't have noticed. I probably do notice graphics a bit more now, but... But yeah, no, I mean, that's why I keep coming back and playing this, even though new games are out there. It's the actual gameplay. Actually, the map, more than anything. But it's not the graphics that brings me back. It's gotta be green by now, no? There's no way they went faster than me through there. There we go. Are any of them in all-wheel drive? Maybe some of their cars are all-wheel drive, so they got a better start. But yeah, I love this game. I love the old Gran Turismo games, those Need for Speed games like Most Wanted and things like that I really like. First game you played was Gran Turismo 3. I'm trying to think what... Have I ever said what the first racing game I played was? I actually can't remember. But I did play some Gran Turismos quite early on. Need for Speed Most Wanted I remember playing. I remember V-Rally on the PlayStation 1. That wasn't my first, though. I think I got my PlayStation 2 and PlayStation 1 at a similar time, actually, but I played games from both those generations. Kind of after the release of the PS2. Test Drive Unlimited 1, of course. Gran Turismo 3 was 2001. See, I did have Gran Turismo. I think the first one I bought must have been 4. But even that was quite a while after it released. Must have been like 2 or 3 years after it released that I bought it, but... I did also have 3. ...2005. Okay, yeah, no, it probably was... It can't have been too long then after. Maybe it was like 2006 or so? Yeah, no, they were all good-looking games for their era, I think. I mean, now they don't look bad. They just look slightly aged. Anyway. I appear to have completed another one, which means it's time for... Speed! You know what? We're actually racing through these. There's only 2 more and then the lap of the island. I mean, the lap of the island will take forever, so I'm actually quite pleased about that. But it might mean we have a bit of time at the end of the stream to go for a nice drive. Explore. Hopefully find some players in free roam. Maybe. I always say this, and then we always end up spending the whole stream doing the events.
Today, there's no need to think.
Yeah, Most Wanted 05 I loved.
One objective, drive as fast as possible. Simple, isn't it?
Hello, Affable Elf. Welcome to the stream. We've just got out of a VW Golfer into a Nissan for a speed and shower test. Which is just... be fast. In light rain. I should probably explain we're doing the Hawaii Cup, which involves racing all the different categories of car from the previous streams. And doing an entire lap of the island in a couple of events' time. The city centre is not an ideal place to do a speed test, is it? You have to go, you're just stopping by to say hello, no worries. Bus! Yep, no worries. Thanks for stopping in and saying hello. Have a good evening. Ah, now we've found a place to go fast. Actually, I really need to play Need for Speed Most Wanted again, now that you bring it up. Because I absolutely loved that game, and I don't think I have a new copy. I did buy a copy with the intention of streaming it, or doing videos on it, or something. I'd like to at least return to it for a video, even if it doesn't. A Lamborghini went past you today. Zipped by. Excellent. Yeah, no, you don't often see Lamborghini. I don't know the last time I saw a Lamborghini actually on the road. I see them at, like, shows and stuff, but...
And we're off for a new competition of Solar Crown. Good
Right,
luck to
so
all of
the
you.
final
We'll
event
see you
before
at
we
the
do the
finish
Round the
line.
Island. So the Round the Island, I believe, is a time trial, but I think it is quite generous. It's quite a lenient time trial. So there's a bit of room for error. The engine sounds scared you, yeah, they are loud. Particularly Aventador V12s. Or Murcielago V12s. Or Sense SC-V12 V12s. They're incredibly loud. I've been in the paddock when one of those has started up at Goodwood. It's quite deafening. Here we go. Speed and Lanciers. Wish you could tell me which one, but it went by so quickly you didn't get a good look. No, that's fine. I mean, any Lamborghini's a good spot. Do you know roughly what kind of age? Was it quite a new looking one? I mean, obviously if you didn't see well, maybe you didn't even... Maybe you weren't able to tell, but... Had an open roof. Oh, nice. Even better, so the people driving it can hear it as well. Understeer. So I think last time we did this, I actually used for the Round the Island time trial, I used an S3. And this time I'm going to be using a Dodge Charger. So it's quite a different experience. It's not actually that long since I streamed... Well, it is a while since I streamed this, but... I've kind of streamed 2 playthroughs of this game at this point. So the trouble is, my old... When I played it back in the day when it was a new game, I didn't actually get very far through the save game, I just enjoyed driving. So then I wanted to get a proper save game. Then I wanted a save game on the online version on PC, so that I can get some of the extra cars and stuff and play online. So then I started again. Anyway. Backlights are square shapes. I mean, it's really quite a recent one. But, yeah. It's pretty like a Gallardo or something, but yeah, I don't know. Right. It's time to do the Round the Island time trial. We're doing pretty well, though. We're not even an hour into the stream yet, and we're ready to start the 74-mile event. So even if we can average 74 miles per hour, it will take an hour. Which could well be about the speed we average, given how wiggly that... I don't know, there are some high-speed sections. And it doesn't literally follow the coast round, luckily. We're on 1.5 million. We'll get 30,000 for this event, plus another million, so... We'll be on over 2.5. How much... The yacht is 7 million. I don't know how people afford that. Oh no, it's not. The Dodge is A5, isn't it? I do apologise, I've misled you all. It's a Nissan 370Z. I'm actually slightly happier about that, given how wiggly some of these roads are. Yeah, no, you didn't get a good look. That sounds like it might be something like that to me, but yeah. Nice spot anyway.
Who will win today? The bets are on.
Yeah, I'm actually quite pleased we're in this car for this. But this is going to be a long one, I think, so... Let's go. I'll try and concentrate fairly well, at least for the start of it. Oh, there we go, 54 minutes. Yeah, it's literally an hour. So, yeah, we're not going to have much time after this, really. Although I think you end up, like I say, it's quite lenient, so I think it ends up being, I'd kind of imagine more like 45 minutes, but... You see, I'm already 10 seconds ahead. Yeah. Yeah, no, you can spot that it's a Lamborghini without necessarily being able to tell which one. They do have a very distinctive look. As long as we can sort of drive cleanly and not hit any traffic, you see we're already... I know it's 14 seconds, it's not like a... But I do think you end up knocking minutes off the time rather than... I mean, I can see why they make this easier, because the challenge is more to spend an hour driving than anything else, and you wouldn't want to be restarting, like, when you get to the end. A lot of this is higher speed than I thought it would be to begin with, though, so... I can see how it is less than an hour. I think even when I did the last playthrough, Solar Crown had been announced, right? I can't actually remember, but that game was announced so long before it really got anywhere with development. Oh, we're half a second ahead already. Half a second, half a minute, I mean. You're looking at what Aston Martins are for sale in your area. Okay. I would have thought from Aston Martin most of the new models would be available. Well, super rare ones, obviously, are more difficult to find, some of the limited number ones, but... Sorry, traffic car. The DBX, okay, yeah, the SUV. I thought it'd be DBX, V8 Vantage, V12 Vantage, DB12. They're the kind of regular Aston Martins if that exists. All the others I think are more exclusive, so you wouldn't necessarily get them everywhere. But it'll be interesting to see what else you found. Oh, I do apologise, traffic car. Yeah, SUVs are... It's probably their biggest seller, that. You see them all over the place here as well. SUVs are just the biggest selling... Well, I'm pretty sure it's the biggest selling category of car here as well. Maybe not, but there seem to be hundreds of them. The DBS 770 Ultima, okay. They're cool, actually. I prefer the older DBS, but those are cool. Oh yeah, some parts of this race are... We're probably averaging over 100 miles an hour here. Slight scratch. We're nearly 2 minutes ahead already, okay. We've done 6 out of 51 checkpoints. It's not bad going, really. And you have to think about it as... I know it's only 30,000 for the event itself, but it's basically 1 million. Because that's what it is for the championship, so... We get 1 million credits when we finish this, so... It's definitely worth it. For an hour's drive that we don't have to worry too much about. I'm going to hit a car, aren't I? I don't know how I missed that. The Valkyrie. Yeah, there's not many of them. They're building like 250. I mean, I'm not surprised. They probably just sell them to wherever somebody's willing to buy them, right? Although if there's one in a dealership or something, I suppose that means they stock one. But yeah, incredible car, the Valkyrie. Are we going past the... No, that's a British car dealer. I thought that's where the Japanese one was. TDU physics be like... Considering how dramatic and huge that accident was, I think we recovered fairly well. Ooh, the Valkyrie's spike, they're even rarer. I mean, I don't know if it's... I guess they just go to wherever they're ordered, so it probably means you can buy one. Unless this was actually a dealership, but... You can probably just order one, because they'll all be built to order anyway. So you can probably order one pretty much wherever you are in the world. If you have many millions. And they probably deliver them anywhere, to be honest. I don't know how many spiders they're making. It's got to be... It can't be more than hundreds. Can't be more than like 100 or 200, I don't think. At most. I have a feeling it's even rarer than that. They're exclusive to use in truck events. Okay, interesting. Because the Valkyrie, just the Valkyrie and the Valkyrie Spider, you can drive them on the road here. The AMR Pro is exclusive to use on track events. But the Valkyrie and Spider you can drive on the road here. But yeah, I understand that that's not true anywhere. They are quite extreme. It makes sense that they're not necessarily road legal in every country. That was a little bit scary, having that bridge there. 2.5 minutes ahead. Yeah, this is quite fast, really. It's just like a nice drive around the island. The Valhalla. Oh, yeah. The sort of slightly tamer version. Is that out yet? They're probably building them, aren't they? I don't think anyone's actually had one of those delivered yet, but they probably are in production now that the Valkyries have, I think, mostly rolled out. I didn't think I hit that. The Valor, oh, yeah, that is... Yeah, the Valor is really rare. Well, I think that'll be the same. I think it'll just go to wherever it's ordered, because they're all completely bespoke, custom to order, so I think they're probably available everywhere. Oh. I think that's most of the Aston Martin range. Streaming software did not like me hitting that. Oh no, nor did this car, apparently. Why do games not have damage like this anymore? It would be so much better. Well, I mean, I know why, but... The M24 F1 car. Ooh. Yeah, I do like the Aston F1 cars. I think it's one of the best looking liveries. There are some other cool ones, but... You see, this is where I would prefer to have a slightly higher top speed. But I mean, we've done a fifth of it already. Which I don't think's bad going, and this bit is not difficult. It's like 2 miles of straight. Are there not any of the... Do you not get the Aston Martin V8 Vantage or V12 Vantage over there? I'm surprised that wasn't on there. Anyway, yeah, I would like to know what Jaguars are available. Well, the F-Type's pretty much dead now, so it's probably just saloons. Oh, why would you do that, traffic car? No, please. Not 12 minutes into my race. It's dead. That car hitting me literally crashed the game. That AI... Right. Oof. I mean, it could be worse. We could have got to checkpoint 50 of 51. Just as well we did start it early. Let's try that again, shall we? I tell you what, though, if we get more than 10 minutes in and it does it again, I don't want to start again. It doesn't crash often, to be fair, for a modded game. You saw the I-Pace, F-Pace, and E-Pace. Okay, all the SUVs, basically. I mean, they're all nice cars. Oh, the possible exception of the electric one. I mean, it's still a nice car. I do still like them as a car. Right. Straight back into it, let's go.
We meet again live at Solar Crown.
So, the I-Pace, rather confusingly, is the electric one. And it's sort of a crossover. And then the F-Pace and the E-Pace is just size. The F-Pace is bigger than the E-Pace, but they're very similar. The F-Pace also has the, like, same style backlights as the F-Type. Sort of a little bit more sporty. But yeah, basically it's I-Pace is electric, F-Pace is big, E-Pace is small. It's the simplified version. Right. Please don't crash on me again, game. The F-Type, okay, they are still for sale. I think they're going to stop making them soon, or they have. But they probably are still for sale. Right. 3 checkpoints down already. Okay, so don't hit cars on the motorway section. The game will crash. This car feels very slow. Probably because I was driving a Bugatti in the last stream. The XE and the XF. They're the same as the SUVs. The E is the small one and the F is the big one. Do they not sell the XJ anymore? They're like really big executive one. I'm not sure they sell the XJ here, actually. Yeah, okay, you do, but it's pre-owned. Yeah, I was gonna say, I think maybe it has... I think maybe they're not in production anymore. I think it's probably the same here. You can get an XJ, but not new. They're nice cars. You also sell the Mini Cooper. Ah, yes. Germany's finest small car. They're still assembled here. The new 3 doors coming soon, okay. I remember when they were all 3 doors. Yeah, I'm hoping that game crash was just a... But it seems to be when things like that happen, though. I'm hoping it was just unlucky that it crashed the game. That seems to be how it is now, but... I know that it's a modded game, they're not 100% stable, but... A new 5-door and a cab... I do quite like the Cabrio. I do think all of the new Minis are a bit too big, though. Like, the first new BMW one, I feel like was still an acceptably small... Still an acceptable size, but they've got bigger and bigger each generation, it seems. Anyway, given we've had to restart this, I feel like this is basically going to be the rest of the stream. Pre-owned you any of the countrymen. Ooh. Ugh. Yeah, I really don't like those. I don't mind the Clubman quite as much. We see if we can fly over this cut. No, that's not going to work. That was close. Please don't send me to the moon test drive. We survived that. How about McLaren? That'll be interesting. Do they have Arturas yet? Probably. I'm guessing it's Artura 750S. 765LT maybe? McLaren is British, yeah. Although Bruce McLaren wasn't, confusingly. But the company is. And they are built here now. Okay, I'm probably quite lucky that didn't crash the game. It was very funny, though. $750S and $750S Spider. I forgot they'd done a Spider already. I just really hope this doesn't crash again. The GTS. So the McLaren GT? Yeah, it must be the McLaren GT. Whoa. It's the one with the bigger boot, I think, the GT. Hey boy Orishnik, thanks for joining the stream. Have a nice day, bro. You too. Thanks for stopping by and saying hello. Oh, the McLaren Elva, you have that over there. Yeah, that's interesting. Why would you do that to me, traffic vehicle? Actually, I say we'd better not hit one on the motorway. Even now he just indicated and drove in front of me last time, there's not really a lot I can do. You've never heard of it before. Have you seen what it looks like? It's basically one of these speedsters with, like, no roof. So it's sort of a bit like the Aston V12 Speedster or the Ferrari Monza SP1 and SP2. The AI are really trying to crash into me this time. Yeah, but it's one of these, like, open cars that doesn't have a roof, like, sort of, inspired by 50s GT racers and stuff. Thank you very much for the subscription, Boy Rishnik. I do appreciate that. Hopefully you are enjoying this evening's stream. And hopefully this doesn't crash this time. I remember this high-speed section. I was 12 minutes in when it crashed last time. Yeah, they're toys basically, aren't they? At that point, you couldn't use it as a car. Well, it depends what the weather's like. In the UK, you couldn't use it as a car because it might rain. But yeah, they're a bit extreme to use every day, let's say. But I imagine on the right day, you could have a lot of fun in one of those, but they're quite expensive for using a couple of times a year. You have the Artura, but it's not on sale yet. Okay. I think it's on sale here. I've certainly seen a few events and stuff, but they might just be, like press cars. I do quite like the Artura. I think it's a good looking car. 600 LT is still my favourite modern McLaren, I think. Well, both LTs. The 600 LT and the 675 LT. Oh, both LT. There's the 3 now, isn't there? Don't forget there's a 765 as well. The 675 LT and the 600 LT are probably my 2 favourite models. And the P1, of course, but that's, like, completely unattainable. .765 LT, so that's the one based on the 720S. That's also cool, I don't know, there's something about the slightly older ones I prefer. I feel like the 720S was such a good looking car that almost ruins it. Please don't crash, please don't crash, please don't crash. I mean, we've been going longer through the race already, but where did it crash? Was it about here? Once we're through this section, I'll be happy. .720S Spider. Very cool. Yeah, I feel like the 720S and 720S Spider looked so good already that turning it into an LT was slightly unnecessary, but anyway. I think we may have survived. It's traffic cars doing traffic car things. Yeah, the 600 LT I really, really like. I don't know what it is, there's just something about it that's cool. Right. Okay, we're off the motorway. And on to the other one. Good, well we're through that section and there's a nice straight road. If it crashes now, though, I'm not restarting it today. Ooh, the 620R, they're rare. There's not many of those. They're very cool. I had actually forgotten about that. Like, super track focused. They're very expensive for what they are, but that is a roundabout, isn't it? I don't remember there being a roundabout in the middle of a straight road like that. The P1 is also there, okay. They can't come up for sale that often. When they do, I'm guessing they're very expensive. Right, anyway, we're more than a quarter of the way, so I think we're doing quite well. Oh, it even says not in stock. Yeah, I'm not surprised. This is a long, straight bit of road. I mean, it's good, we're covering ground, but I don't know where the next checkpoint is. The 12C, the original McLaren, well, as McLaren Automotive, the new company, the original. I do really like that. That's sort of what relaunched them as a, or what launched them as a road car company. Because before that, they'd only done like really special projects like the F1 and the SLR McLaren. So yeah, I do really like the 12C. I can see how you could take a huge shortcut here. Or a not quite so huge shortcut. Actually, no, I shouldn't do anything like that. The game might be unhappy. That would be... If it crashed now, that would just be karma. Will I be joining for the Mustang trial on Thursday? I will. I probably can't stay on very long on Thursday. But I will come on to try and get the Mustang. A-Class Super Saloons. Yeah, the F1's cool as well, of course, but... that kind of predates the road car company. But yeah, the F1 is just an icon, really, isn't it? Still the fastest naturally aspirated production car. You can't buy it, but you can register it for driving. Okay. Hey Renan, welcome to the stream. Hope you're okay this evening. M6 GT. Help you find the most similar car to the Acura. Tree. The Acura TLX Type S. You want to remake that car? I'm not sure I know it well enough. Is that all for you, Crazy Crib? Yeah, no worries. Thanks for running through some of the cars. Some of the cars for sale over there. And for joining this evening. Well, I say this evening, I do realise that that's just the time zone here, and you're not all necessarily the same point. But enjoy the rest of your day or evening. And I'll hopefully catch you in the next one. Right, 20 minutes through. We're not doing too badly. I will count 30 as halfway. I know it's more than halfway, but... Bus! Oh no, this landing's not gonna... Never mind. It's a cool area. I get completely lost when I'm doing... Oh no, I know. Well, I know those islands from Motorfest. Or sort of where the islands are. But yeah, I do get sort of a bit lost when we do this round the island race. The Hawaii one's going to be even longer. That probably will be over an hour, I imagine. Unless they kind of cut out more to make it a similar length, I can't remember. Yeah, it is pretty much hour long, the lap of the island time trial. I think we'll probably do it in more like 50 minutes, but 54's the target, so... We do get 1,000,000 credits, though, at the end of it, so... Well, actually, it's going to have been an hour and... It will have been over an hour, because I had to restart it. Or minutes ahead of time. Yeah, so it will be under 50 minutes, but I did have to restart it. We're getting to halfway there. If it crashes again, I don't know what I'm going to do. So I'm probably not going to risk doing it next week if it crashes again. I mean, this event. We'll obviously go and do... I've still got C3 and B3 to do over in Hawaii, and then the Cup over there. So we've got another 3 weeks of streams just to do the campaign. Then there's things like finding the wrecked vehicles and generally enjoying being in an online version of the game. Oh wow, that is a view. Oh, and that is a car. I mean, after the 25th checkpoint, we are basically halfway there. Which is there. Possibly next, possibly not quite. After the next one, we're definitely more than halfway. Well, I don't actually know. It depends on... They're not evenly spaced, so maybe not. But at least the game has... Well, I shouldn't say that. It will crash if I say that. That is also a good view. And we are also through checkpoint 26 now. Actually, I'm glad we did this in a car that wasn't in base game, just to add a bit of interest. I wish it was kind of like a... They should do it like as a relay race, this round the island one, shouldn't they? So you do it in all of the cars you've driven throughout the Cup. And then there could be a little cutscene of you getting out of one car into the next. At like I can't remember how many cars there are. At like 4 or 5 locations around the map. I suppose then it would be less of a test of endurance, but... Yeah, one single round the island race would work quite well on Hong Kong Island, I think, in the new game. Still not half an hour through. By the time we get half an hour through, we're going to be on, like, checkpoint 30, though. We are 5 minutes ahead. And the question, I suppose, is, well, maybe not yet. What do we do with all the money we've earned in this game? I'm going to have 2.5 million after today. Then even more, unless I just don't spend any of it and hope I can afford the yacht. I mean, there are other ways to earn credits after, but... But that's going to feel like more of a grind if we're not working through the campaign anymore. Please don't turn. Please don't turn. Thank you. And then I've gone off the road anyway. I don't know what he's indicating for back there. Checkpoint 30. Almost 6 minutes ahead of time. Made a funny noise there. I hope that's not a sign that it's about to go. Sorry, 370 for causing that damage. Racing down towards the sea, that is so cool. Rude little town bit. Whoa. That was terrifying. The frames dropped for a second there. Everything like that's terrifying me now that we've had it crash once today. I was wondering why that wasn't a roundabout. That's not that corner, it's the next one. Oh, we're not going that way, we're going straight on. Excellent. I barely brushed that signpost. We are now half an hour through. Please survive the rest of this race game. Be good if the mini-map actually gave you... I can probably pause and go to the map, but I'm not going to. It'd be good if the little mini-map in the corner actually gave you a sort of overall picture. There might even be a way to do that I don't know about. We must be a good portion of the way around now, though. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't save both of the area cups till last, actually. Because doing this and then doing the Hawaii one the week after, I think would have been a bit much. So at least we got to go and do another off-road and classic championship for a couple of weeks before we come back and do the cup. Seven minutes ahead of time, which is what, 47? Should finish it at 47 minutes. So actually, even with the 12 minutes on the first attempt, maybe not quite with the loading up again, it is going to still be less than an hour overall, I think. Well, I do not know how I missed that. Understeering off the road. Don't lose control of the car now. Right, checkpoint 40 out of 51. We really are getting that. Although I've just noticed it's 2.6 miles to the next one. You get 1 million credits for this, it's worth it. Well, technically 1,030,000 credits. There's 2 miles to a checkpoint. The likelihood is it's quite a straight road, I think. There was no way I was going to avoid that. Ah, that was narrow. Maybe we do need to take a quick look at the dealerships after this, we'll see. I might just not, because it's been quite a long race. Not making that. Why did my keyboard just reset itself? Please don't crash, game. Somehow we're now at 43 checkpoints, I wasn't even paying attention to those ones. .45. So nearly there. But then it is 3.5 miles to the next one. 3.5 miles though at these speeds shouldn't really take very long. I seem to get them off the road. You're about to hit an oncoming car, honk at them, they'll get out of the way. I don't know if that's true or if that's just random. The bus wasn't going to move. No, they don't all. Don't know why I'm doing that. Risking having a head-on crash so close to the end of the race. Not that it really matters if we've got a 9-minute lead. I wonder how many people have managed to do this without any damage being sustained. was entirely unnecessary. Don't try and do handbrake turns in the rain. Obviously, I wonder what the world record is for this. There's so many places where you can just cut entire sections out. I've pretty much done it properly, apart from crashing a few times. Turn. Oh. We're at checkpoint 48 at 51. It's so close. Please make it through this game. $49. I can see the finish line on the map. Well, sort of. The red circle is over there somewhere. Well, it's basically where we started. But I wonder if it is literally a circuit. Could you, in theory, do more than one lap of this? I don't know why anybody would want to do that, but... Don't forget, this is a 1-to-1 scale replica of Hawaii. Not Hawaii, Ibiza. Hawaii's the other one. But it means you couldn't... Oh! So when I was saying I recognise the islands from Motorfest, ignore me, it's a different island. Of course it is. Just realised how stupid that was. Anyway, it means you can drive the whole way around Ibiza in less than... Well, not legally, I suppose, in reality, but... It is literally a circuit, though. You could, in theory, go around again. But we did it in... Well, we did it in less than 45 minutes. So it probably was less than an hour, even with the restarting the game. And we're 10 minutes faster than an Audi TT. But, you may have already spotted, I now have 2.5 million credits in this game. And a Lotus. Which doesn't have broken gears in one of these mods. Fixes that. I was actually a bit anticlimactic then after doing all of that. Is that it, though? I think that is literally it for everything on this island. All completed. I think I won all of them. I can't actually remember. I think it shows as silver if you didn't win all of them, doesn't it? Maybe not. Anyway, that's that. We should probably go and put the Lotus over in one of the houses in Hawaii. Now that we've completed that. Oh, where's the airport? Yeah, let's go and check the Lotuses in the right garage spot. And then I think we're done. We've got many credits. I'm not going to spend them yet. Because we've got... Well, I've got two cars to... Well, I've got the C3 and B3 cars to buy at some point. So, let's just check what's in this one. That should be like my favourites. Then... Loki Village is where the sort of other favourites are, and then this is where... Ah! That's where I stuck the Bugatti. Right, let's see, where do we want to... Lotus is technically a prize car, so I should probably go and put it with my other prize cars. This is like my second favourites. At some point I'll end up with... It'll be even... Last time I ended up... My last play... That's not where the information is. Last playthrough I ended up with a garage entirely full of Aston Martins, I think. Oh. Is that just going to happen every time We're in the back of the Range Rover to move our cars around. Right, you can only fit 4 cars in there. Ah, so the Lotus in the caravan and the... What have we got? Yeah, I suppose we should put that over in... For now, let's bring it over. And the only thing that's empty is the caravan. But yeah, I think I ended up with my prize vehicles in this one eventually. Last time. So we'll just go and have a look at the Lotus with my very purple Bugatti. Here's the Lotus. But yeah, obviously next stream, if we do... I need to decide whether next week we're gonna do classic cars or off-roading. But one of those is going to go into one of these garages. Yeah, I did warn you the Bugatti was very purple. The Lotus is a sort of... well, very strange colour. But anyway, I'm rambling a bit now. We finished the main thing. Let's just take a look at what I'm going to be doing same time next week. Next Tuesday at 7 PM BST. Where is... So, first I'm going to be heading to one of the license centres. Let's just, for argument's sake, say I'm going to go and do that. So I'll go and get that license and then do the one associated championship. Then the following week, or the other way around, I'll do classics and do that championship. And then we'll just have the Hawaii Cup to complete. And that will be the end of the playthrough. Then we have Rex to find. We can enjoy the online connectivity of the mods. Maybe visit the casino again. And generally enjoy our time with this game in probably the quite long stretch of time until we get Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown. Anyway, for today's stream, everyone, that is going to be all. So thank you very much for tuning in to watch the Ibiza Area Cup here on TDU 2 with the Project Paradise 2 mod installed. But that is going to be all. So yeah, thank you very much for tuning in, and I will be back with the next one. No stream on Friday, by the way, very soon.